Hi guys, it's Angie Bell, the HerballyHipTarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, so we're going to do an open read on this alligator Alkatraz. What the hell? This is disgusting. That governor, I forgot his name in Florida. I can't stand him. That's why I can't. Anybody can't stand, I have a hard time remembering their damn name. Anyway, you guys know the governor of Florida. There's this area where they're building this prison to hold immigrants, and it's and they said it'll be a lot more cost effective. They won't have to have as many guards because it'll be surrounded by alligators and these certain type of big snakes. What is going on? These people have done nothing. Okay, they came here. Some of them are in the process. A lot of them are in the process of getting, of becoming citizens. And the other ones are just here to try to find a better life and for their safety. And for that, they're going to be surrounded by alligators and these huge snakes. He's disgusting. Okay? Instead of just solving the immigration thing and having a solid policy, you want to be cruel and evil and be the devil. Then we're going to do your pendulum questions. Okay, so let's ask what we need to use for this alligator Alkatraz. I couldn't believe when I heard it. And so, because he couldn't use the other Alkatraz because it would cost obscene amount of money to fix that up, okay? It was expensive to run it the first time. And then he'd have to fight Newsom. Because Newsom would be like, no, you're not doing that. So let's find out. Clear, spirit. Alligator Alkatraz. Should I use true crime? No. Clear. Should I use Mystic Black Rose? Okay. So, Mystic Black Rose it is. So let's just do an open read on this and see what it tells us. And if they're really going to be able to do this. Hopefully, the orange menace is removed before this happens. He's so disgustingly horrible. Okay, let me, these are the ones we're going to use. Mystic Black Rose. Let me shuffle and I'll be right back. Okay, so, open read on Alligator Alkatraz. Okay, the bottom card is Mask. What's in the middle here? Deja Vu. The deja vu I'm going to read, it says there's history happened. Okay, this is deja vu. There's history happened in the past, repeated patterns. And what I feel like this deja vu with this whole thing is what he did last time. Okay, he took immigrants, put them in cages, babies, children, snatched them from their mothers. Horrible. So he's trying to be mean and horrible again to immigrants. And the thing about this is strong men, they're not really strong, they're weak men, but these strong men, Putin, Orange Menace wants to be one, Kim Jong-un, they always want to find people that they can otherize, that they can dehumanize. And right now he's trying to dehumanize immigrants. And so by doing that, he feels that he can get enough people to hate these people and then get more people on his side. So he's using immigrants. He's using dehumanizing people. And it's absolutely disgusting. He did it last time and he's doing it again. That's where the deja vu comes in. Mask. Pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, not genuine. That's the Orange Menace. He told, especially, I think it was, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in Florida, there were a lot of Latinos who voted for him, okay? I think they're Cuban, and they were afraid of socialism because they were, it didn't go well for them in their country where they came from. And so he told them, and there was other Latinos also who voted for him, but a lot voted for him in Florida. He told them that, oh, I'm just going to get the bad guys, just the bad ones. That's it. And a lot of Latinos who voted for MAGA, voted for Orange Menace, said, no, he's just going to get the bad ones. Now on YouTube, you see it all over the place. He lied to us. So that was him wearing a mask. Now, my last reading, he's wearing that mask when he said he wasn't going to get rid of Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, all, those social programs. And what's he trying to do now? Get rid of the social programs. He's wearing a mask. So people are effing around and finding out that he's a liar. I don't know why it took this long for people to think that he's not a liar. In fact, let me say one more thing. I had a neighbor down the street. He was an older gentleman and his wife. And I believe it was something that happened. Something happened. He voted for. I went to his garage sale at his house. Okay, and his wife. I don't know if she owned a clothing store or what, but she had a lot of brand new clothes. She was selling them for $1 a piece. I used to have an eBay business, and I used to sell pre-owned clothes, or a lot of these clothes had tags. So I bought a ton. Okay, for my eBay store from them, and I wasn't talking about politics, but him and his friend were, how much they love Trump and all this stuff. And they asked me something about Trump, and I was like, I'm not going to say the F-bomb, but I'm going to tell you what I said, because it just came out of my mouth. I said, he's an effing asshole. Okay? And they're both like, well, he is kind of an ass. I go, thank you. So then I go over there 3 years later, having that garage sale again, selling more of those clothes for $1 a piece, and they're name brand clothes. So like black and white and all these great stuff. So anyway, I bought a bunch more for my store. And he goes, this time they're over there talking about it again. He goes, Trump lied to us. He lied to us. That's why I have to sell my house now. So his last time he was in, this was the first time, he did something, I don't remember what it was, but it caused them, because his wife, it had something to do with maybe insurance or something. I can't remember what he did. And I think it broke them. And now they live in a trailer on their daughter's property. And they had to give up their house. He lied to us. Why did you believe him in the first place? Okay, let's keep going. Sorry, sometimes I go off on a whole tangent. What are we talking about? Okay, Alligator, Alkatraz. Let's stay focused, Angela. Muse. Inspired by you. Listening to music. Emotional bond. Song lyrics. Okay, I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but let's keep going. Ascending. Okay. Ascending. Here's the ascending. Learning, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. Okay, so is this a new phase? This Alligator, Alcatraz? Lord. Reflection. Dark night of the soul, dark shadow, facing inner truth, seeing true colors. Well, now you're seeing his true colors, okay? People who voted, Latinos who voted for the Orange Menace are definitely seeing his true colors, because he lied. I'm not talking about all Latinos, I'm talking about the Latinos who voted for him, who thought that he was just going to get the bad guys. And he is definitely the dark night of the soul. Look at that picture. Party, MAGA. Emotions. Like waves, in and out, crashing, unpredictable. Emotions, like waves, in and out, crashing, unpredictable. This whole idea of putting, well, I guess where they want to build it, the gators and snakes are already there. There's a lot of emotions around this. Unpredictable. crashing. It's just very emotional. Very, very emotional. Treating other human beings like this. It's disgusting. Side piece. Mistress, flirting with others, the other woman, secret hookup. Who is the Orange Menace's side piece? Okay, DeSantis, that's his name. Can't stand him. I guess in this case, that's his side piece, is DeSantis. And also his other side piece is that borders are toxic. Yeah, what they're doing is toxic. Toxic as hell. Unhealthy, poison, delusions, nasty behavior. Yeah, what you're doing to other human beings is nasty behavior. It's toxic. Locked. Missing pieces, detached, locked away, heart, can't move forward. That locked away heart is what I'm looking at. And that's the Orange Menace. He has a locked away heart. He has no heart. And I believe that DeSantis doesn't have a heart. I believe that Borders-Are doesn't have a heart. A whole lot of people in the Orange Menace's cabinet do not have hearts. Okay? Magnifying glass. Showing proof. Validation. Confirmation. Finding the truth. What is magnifying glass? Let me see this for a minute. Oh, okay. Finding the truth. This is about a lot of people finding out the truth. Discovering the ones, especially the ones who voted for Orange Menace, okay? A lot of Latinos thought he's only getting the bad ones. Now, that fool's going after a lot of different, whether you're a criminal or not. MAGA themselves, they thought that he wasn't going to take away their Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and the rest of it. That's in his big, ugly bill. Let me ask about this. Clear. Spirit. What's it called? Clear. Spirit. Is the Alligator Alcatraz, is it actually going to get built? Oh my God, thank God. It's not. Clear. Spirit. Is the reason it's not going to get built, is it going to be because the Orange Menace is going to be removed before then? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Have they started building this Alligator Alcatraz? No. Okay. So the energy right now, and hopefully it holds, is that he's going to be removed before they can build this. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, let's do some pendulum questions. And these, when I do pendulum questions for new people, these are your questions that you've asked me, yes or no questions, to ask my pendulum. So we are going to do that. Okay, clear. Spirit. Will the tampering of 2024 election be proven? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Will Musk and Peter Thiel be charged for tampering with the vote? No. Which makes sense. Because what I've gotten, at least energy right now, is that he's working with KAMALA and her people to make a deal, so he don't go to prison. Clear. Spirit. Is the reason Musk will not be charged is because he's making a deal with KAMALA and her people, so he's not the fall guy. Yes, I keep getting this. And he's quiet as a church mouse. I think he said one thing about this bill, about it's horrible, but that's all we've heard from him for weeks now. Clear. Spirit. Is Muskrat quiet because he's working with Kamala, giving her proof that he stole the election for her, so he doesn't go to jail for it? Look how big that is. Yes. He's very concerned, it seems like, about himself going to jail. Oh, and there were some of you guys who were like, he doesn't deserve a deal, blah, blah. You know what, though? He doesn't deserve a deal. But, okay, he's the one who did it, okay? So he's the one who has the receipts. So if it was me, I'd be willing to make the deal because I want the orange menace. It's worth him not going to prison to get the orange menace out. So think of it that way. And for our queen to come in. So if that has to be the way, okay. And we kept hearing, with my readings, with other people's readings, psychics, astrologers, they've all been saying how this comes out about the orange menace stealing the election is going to be like nothing we've ever seen. Well, the person who actually did the stealing for him, admitting to it, giving the receipts, that would be a shocker to the world. So, okay. Clear, Spirit. Will Mike Johnson be charged? No. Clear, Spirit. Will Mike Johnson go to jail? No. Okay. Clear, Spirit. Will the Orange Menace's entire administration be removed? Yes, and I've always gotten that everybody's going because they have no right to be there because they stole the election in the first place. Clear, Spirit. Will Kamala be safe from MAGA? Yes, clear. Spirit. Will Biden be safe from MAGA? Yes, clear. Spirit. Will they both be safe from MAGA once the Orange Menace is removed? Yes, okay. Clear, Spirit. Will Mike Johnson also be removed from office? Excuse me. I was swallowing and okay, clear, Spirit. Will Mike Johnson be removed? No. Energy's changed on that because I had gotten that he was going to be removed, I believe. So, okay. Clear, Spirit. Is our personal information going to be safe? I've always gotten no. Okay, that's absolutely horrendous. Clear, Spirit. Will Kamala take over the White House soon? Yes. Okay. Clear, Spirit. Will the big ugly bill, will it pass? Okay, I keep getting no. Let me ask it another way. Clear, Spirit. Will the big ugly bill in the end, will it pass? No. Okay. Clear, Spirit. Will Biden heal from his cancer? Oh, this is good. I'm getting a big yes. The energy's changed because I had gotten no, that he was going to pass away from it. So, you know, there's so many different types of ways to cure cancer. So, energy changed, and it's changed for the good. That's wonderful. Clear, Spirit. Will the Orange Menace be stopped for all of these deportations? Yes. Clear. Is the reason that the deportation stopped is because the Orange Menace is removed? Is that why they stopped? Yes. Okay. All right, you guys, that's it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Anything you want me to read on, leave it below. Make sure you do something to make yourself happy today. Love, peace, and happiness. And I will talk to you guys in just a little bit. I got one more video. All right. Bye, guys.